I was angry after that. Like, I voted for you and you don't care about me?
We hadn't seen Pick Me articulated in quite this way. I voted for you and you don't care about me. So that's what you thought, that because you voted for him, that was going to make him care about you. Even marrying him didn't make him care about you, did it, Ivana and Marla Maples? You thought voting was going?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Shout out to all the subscribers and members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
What's your message to American citizens who are scared by the rise of AI? They're worried that their kids are not going to be able to have jobs someday because AI will take.
I'll tell you, AI has been amazing because right now we have more jobs, more people working right now in the United States by far than we ever had before.
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Today's episode takes us to Texas. Kim Paxton not cheating again. Is Kim Paxton cheating again? Of course, Kim Paxton cheating. I'm sorry I asked. I still need an explanation for the ladies of Texas. No, y'all gonna have to make that one make sense for me.
What?
We've had enough. Meet the GOP Texas residents voting blue over AI data centers. Well, this should be good.
Things have never come easy in the Texas Hill Country. For generations, the ranching communities here have faced down everything from drought to depression, whatever trials came their way, and all with a quiet pride.
It's land, it's our God-given right to own something like this. We fought for it, we had to work hard for it, as many Americans have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop us right here. God-given right, apparently not for everybody. Yeah, they definitely taking a whole lot of land, especially we're talking about out west. Yeah. No, okay, go ahead. This ain't even that episode, but somebody had to say it.
For Rena Schroeder, the challenge is different now.
Come on, chickens.
She owns this ranch in Lott, Texas, population 644, and she says she's in the fight of her life against AI data centers, those behemoths big tech can't seem to build quickly enough. Spurred by low regulation in the Lone Star State and cheered on by the president, massive campuses are consuming vast swaths of rural Texas. This one, the equivalent of nearly 200 football fields.
I'm sorry, did you say 200 football fields? Like NFL fields? Oh, Texas high school fields. That's even bigger than NFL fields. Okay.
The facilities house the computers that drive the AI revolution. But they're also driving Rena, a Christian conservative and lifetime Republican, straight into the arms of Democrats.
Well, well, well. How the turntables.
Okay. Christian conservative and lifelong Republican. Just so we all know who we dealing with. That's a good level set. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now let me ask you this. Did she got tickets for the Freedom 250? She going to see Vanilla Ice?
We're going to put these data centers up. I don't care what you people say. I'm President Trump. I'm in charge. He doesn't care about us. Somebody asked him about a week ago, what about the American people? And they're struggling right now.
To what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit.
He did not care. I couldn't even watch that.
Why couldn't you watch that? Why couldn't you watch that? Because it reminded you of how he characterized Democrats, black and brown people. It reminds you of how he characterized the rest of America. And you're reminded of your own ignorance. Yes, okay. There you go. That's crazy. To think Donald Trump would not care about other people. That's nuts. You know what I mean? Not like he had charges or nothing for not caring about other people.
I love the poorly educated.
I was angry after that. Like, I voted for you and you don't care about me?
Oh, now that's interesting. We hadn't seen Pick Me articulated in quite this way. I voted for you and you don't care about me. So that's what you thought, that because you voted for him, that was going to make him care about. Even marrying him didn't make him care about you, did it, Ivana and Marla Maples? You thought voting was going?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Last year, the president signed an executive order reducing regulation of data center construction across the country. Nationwide, more than 4,300 are already online.
Hey, yo, what the?
But it's Texas that's quickly becoming a data center ground zero, second only to Virginia, and the numbers quickly rising from the ranchland. Nearly 500 currently operational across the Lone Star State, with nearly 150 more under development.
And just for context, let's also add the fact that we currently have more data centers than the rest of the world combined. How about that? Just a little context.
And construction moves fast as tech companies negotiate tax abatement packages with local county governments, often without the knowledge of the people who live there.
It's just the love for the land is really what it is. And our heritage that our forefathers fought and cleared. My great-grandfather cleared the 100-plus acres that my mother and I live on now. The Gucci loafers guys, they don't understand what us boot-wearing people feel when we step on our dirt.
It's the work on that dirt that has outraged neighbors. They contend with skyrocketing utility bills as the centers overwhelm power grids and guzzle groundwater to feed cooling systems inside.
I will tell you this. The idea of increasing energy costs for data centers is nasty work. That is filthy work, honestly. Oh, yeah. And we gonna charge you more for the privilege? Nuh-uh.
No, no, no. Hell no.
I didn't keep that door closed all summer not to let the air conditioning out for you to charge me more for somebody else's business.
Man, this some more bull.
Wait a minute. For my extra utility bills, what's my percentage of the profits? Where do I show up and get my check for the company that's raising my utility? Where we do that?
I mean, you know, you're coming in and just taking this stuff from us.
T.A. Smith started the Texas Coalition Against Data Centers and says not only has government made it easier for tech companies to build these places, it's also harder than ever to lodge a complaint against them.
And Mr. Trump being there, then he had Mr. Musk come along with his dramatic chainsaw, and I'm going to doge out everything.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
Well, now the places that you'd like to report these things to, EPA and FEMA, they're a skeleton of what they used to be.
We told you about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We told y'all. We told y'all about that. In fact, we told y'all about this when it comes to the data centers. But it didn't matter when it was happening over there, did it?
In this economy, no doesn't mean no when big tech is projected to spend over $600 billion on AI infrastructure in 2026 alone. This is what unchecked corporate power looks like. It starts with the communities that have the least, the test cases where corporations learn what they can get away with, Once the legal precedents are set and the guardrails are gone, they scale up. Suddenly, it's not just Boxtown, it's Lyon Township. It's your town, your water, and your utility bill. The canary in the coal mine has always been Black America. We've been telling you what these corporations are capable of for 100 years. The question is whether anyone is finally listening now that it's impacting everyone else.
Message!
And then there's the sound these places make when they're finally operational. Do you hear this? That low-level mechanical hum in the background? That's the sound of massive fans they use to keep the computers inside cool. At this facility, about an hour outside of Fort Worth, when you look at it from above, you can see they've installed soundproof walls in response to community complaints about the noise.
That's what they call soundproof walls? Is that loud and that's what they call soundproof walls? Who they buy them walls from? Jerry Jones? That's about how useful they are. That's some Dallas Cowboy branded soundproof walls right there. Go ahead and put that star on them.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done.
Them soundproof walls out here looking like the Cowboys defense. Everything getting through.
But a quarter mile away, Cheryl Shadden says the noise is as loud as ever.
It's like living on the edge of Niagara Falls, or you're on a runway next to a jet that's taking off, but this jet doesn't take off.
Morning, noon, night, she even hears it in her bedroom, and it's changed everything about how she lives her life.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Kids watch my channel. Oh, you wasn't? Okay, sorry. My bad.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It's noise that I hear at my kitchen window every morning when I get up and make my coffee. All of us sleep with fans on, TVs on, just trying to get to the point where we can get to sleep. Our property values have plummeted because of all of this noise and bombardment that we have. Nobody in this area could sell a home if they wanted to.
A Quinnipiac poll in March found 65% of all Americans oppose an AI data center in their communities. Meanwhile, a Texas Tribune analysis found 82 data centers, or nearly 60% of those planned or under construction, are located in state House districts that voted for Trump.
Oh, how about that? 60% of those planned or under construction are located in state House districts that voted for Trump. Now let's deconstruct that, because we understand that Trump pretty much has the lockstep on the land that votes, right? All of these rural areas, which would be the natural place where these data centers would be. So the fact that it's only 60% tells you they found a way to jam 40% in our backyards. That's right.
Red or blue, if you vote against data centers, we vote for you.
And that means Republicans like Cheryl are fleeing the party. A lifelong conservative, she now refuses to vote for Trump-backed Attorney General Ken Paxton, who clinched the GOP nomination for Senate.
Hey, run! Hey, get them little girls behind Paxton. Hey, get them away from him. Get them away from him.
Instead, she's all in for James Tallarico, a Democrat seeking to flip a seat controlled by Republicans since 1993. You're willing at this point to forego basically every conservative issue and let the Senate fall into the hands of Democrats if that's what it takes to kill data centers.
Yep. My entire community is going to break rank. Everybody. All of us. We've had enough.
Breaking rank and coming together.
I voted for Trump. At the time, it seemed to be the right thing to do.
Back at Rena's ranch and lot, longtime Republicans are even canvassing for Democrats like Clayton Tucker, who's running for agriculture commissioner.
This is just Texans standing up for Texans. It's not surrendering our Texas, our way of life, our water, our power, or anything to these few corporations to make all the money in the world.
No one thinks it'll be easy for Democrats to win statewide in Texas, but through the droning noise of data centers, listen carefully. Are data centers going to flip this Senate seat?
Absolutely, yes, 100%.
MS Now reached out but never heard back from the group that represents data centers.
I bet y'all didn't. I bet y'all didn't. Don't nobody want to go on camera as the person representing. Hey, they was talking from the other side of that soundproof wall. That's you couldn't hear them. That's what they was.
Right on in my professional opinion. I can't hear you.
As Republican voters in Texas send a message about their land and their anger and their willingness to cross party lines to protect their way of life.
Okay, that was a whole lot. Let's get a few things clear in response to that video. I applaud your willingness to stand up to the Ken Paxtons and the Donald Trumps of the world, and I would appreciate your support in November. That, however, doesn't make me understand.
This doesn't make a lick of sense.
I hate how they're acting like Trump just started misbehaving. Not only that, but the fact that data centers has been something that some communities have been talking about for quite some time. But of course, it hits a little bit different when it affects you. As far as that specific issue, well, I could ride with you on that, but you know, your timing leaves something to be desired.
He did not care. I couldn't even watch that. I was angry after that. Like, I voted for you and you don't care about me?
Aw, the racist minority didn't know she wasn't invited to the all-white party. These people, man, they're like, I voted for you. You don't care about me, even though he's shown time and time again through his first president. He didn't give a single about you. How many Americans did Donald Trump send to his death of how he handled the COVID? That should have been a reminder he didn't give a fuck about y'all, but no, y'all wanted to double and triple down with the Make America Great Again. He's gonna take care of us, not them Democrats. And now, it's hit the fan. All of our lives are worse, and now you're saying, I can't believe he said that. I couldn't even watch it. My Trump let me down.
Wait a minute. Did you say a minority Trump voter? Oh, I wasn't even thinking like that. Why y'all ain't tell me? You ain't heard Latinos for Trump done disbanded? No, they don't even sing I Will Vote no more.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Even though he keep deporting y'all. I will vote for Donald Trump. He been snatching all y'all kids from y'all.
In fact, she's a former Republican candidate. Rena Schroeder, who ran for Republican primary for state Senate, now backs Amy Martinez for state Senate, District 22. A lifelong Republican who recently ran for state Senate says she's endorsing a Democrat for Texas State House over concerns about AI data centers and feeling unheard by her party. Now, as far as the unheard part, that gentleman did mention Project 2025, didn't he? He did mention the Project 2025. So you one of those people that believed him when he said he had nothing to do with it? Even though the architects was all up and through his administration? That's what we're going with.
Did the president implement Project 2025 in this first year plus of his second term?
Well, thanks for that question, because since 1980, Heritage has been offering presidential transition projects, which we generally call Mandate for Leadership. What's known as Project 2025 was done on such a scale that we proposed 1,913 recommendations. 1,055 as we sit here have been implemented. The person who deserves credit for that is one Donald J. Trump. If we played a role through our policy scholarship, through message testing and helping to craft public opinion upstream of electoral politics, that's great. Heritage exists not to take credit, but to offer great ideas.
Hey, MAGA, y'all definitely deserve this well before now, but it don't look like this is showing any signs of reversing itself. Not with how much the technocrats got Trump in their back pocket. So good luck with this.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You think she's a lifelong Republican? I have bad news for you. Leopard print hat, sunglasses, shell necklace, t-shirt, dyed hair. Nope, she's a 65-year-old boomer Karen pretending to be a farmer. Isn't that what they do? When they got no defense, they just attack who we done seen it. We done seen it. So, y'all not gonna be happy until this is like a circular firing squad of 3. You know what I mean? Y'all not gonna be happy until y'all do that. As far as the whole boomer Karen thing, who you think y'all got left? Huh?
Flashback.
While we're at it, why don't we look at the primary results by age group? It's that 56 plus group that St. Thomas Massey. Well, it's a good thing that Trump is so empathetic to aging citizens, making sure y'all have all your rural health care, making sure to take care of Medicaid and Medicare. Well done. So what you mean to tell me is that everybody that was old enough to remember when Donald Trump was found liable for discriminating against black tenants, those are the ones still on board. This is how political coalitions collapse. A lifelong Texas conservative just looked straight into the camera and basically said, I'd rather hand Democrats the Senate than let these corporations turn my community into a giant AI server farm. That is a massive warning sign for Republicans. This is the Republican base revolting against Trump-backed Ken Paxton over data centers swallowing land, water, power grids, and entire towns. And once rural conservatives start breaking rank over corporate overreach, property destruction, and quality of life issues, the map changes fast. Republicans have held that Senate seat since 1993. Now you have conservatives openly saying red or blue, if you stop the data centers, you get our vote. That is how realignment works. Well, I guess you have to ask yourself how much the Republicans care about their base.
One of the reasons is that people are spending more on gas, but they're also spending more on everything else, not just groceries, but restaurants and so on. And I think that that's a sign that you would see when people are optimistic about the future. So generally what we see when people are worried they're going to lose their job, which they shouldn't be because initial claims for unemployment insurance about the lowest they've ever been. When they're worried they're going to lose their job, that's when they stop spending like crazy and start saving money because they're worried they might not have to pay, they might have the money for their paying their rent. And so what we're seeing right now is spending based on optimism about the future. And if you consider how big the boom is going to be, like right now, Atlanta Fed's GDP now is about a 4% growth for the current quarter. If you look at how big the boom will be when the straits open, then it's reasonable for people to be optimistic.
Hey, Hassett, don't forget utility bills. They spending more on utility bills too. Yeah, for a subsidizing corporation that they're not even a part of. Yeah, so that confidence is sky high. It really is. Do you know where you got to be mentally in order to swallow this at this particular point in time?
As I take the word dumb, take the B off, because most people don't know that, you know, dumb ends with a B, but most people don't know. And all I do is I switch the E with a U.
And he really thinks that too. He really does. That might be the most honest thing he's said all year.
So true.
This is the kind of thing someone says when they just learned it themselves. Oh, y'all know when you just learn that word and you start using it in all your sentences. That's who y'all decided. That's who y'all decided to vote for. I will say this. I knew AI was powerful, but I didn't know just how powerful it was, because when it comes to the rural voter, the writing has been on the wall with regards to Republican administrations, but specifically the Trump administration and the devastation they wrought in Trump 45. The writing has been on the wall for quite some time, but acting in your own best interest is really... Yeah, remember all the conversations we had about the Biden subsidies that they just poo-pooed and didn't think that that might be a possibility. You know what I mean? We were talking about all of the big tech swallowing up land and they just, but AI was the thing. That is pretty powerful. It really is. Breaking, there's no water in the Rio Grande. I'm standing here in New Mexico and the river is completely dry. Nearby AI data centers are consuming massive amounts of water to keep their systems cool. Meta's Los Lunas facility alone has reportedly been tied to roughly 75 million gallons of water usage per year connected to Rio Grande resources, and it's only one of many projects expanding across the state.
All right, folks, I'm currently standing in the Rio Grande River right now. This is what it looks like right here, all dirt. All dirt. You're looking at an environmental catastrophe, what this is. Another data center is being built in El Paso right now, a Facebook Meta data center. How much more water is that going to take? This is going to be, folks, this is apocalyptic. I've never seen a river like this. By this time of the year, you couldn't even swim in this. It would take you under. The undercurrent would take you out. This is unbelievable. No more water. So what does that mean for the farmland, the ranch lands, the cattle, the houses? I mean, are they soon going to start moving people out of this area?
Meanwhile, let's talk about the water usage, especially out west here, where we're dealing with mega water shortages from a snowless winter. Now, the water usage is where these numbers almost become unbelievable. But US data centers were already consuming an estimated 449 million gallons per day. That's as of 2021, and that's 163 billion gallons a year. By 2030, that magical number where we're gonna own nothing, they're anticipating an additional 1.45 billion gallons of new water capacity needed per day. That's equal to New York City's entire daily water supply. So one single large data center can drink up to 5 million gallons a day. That's the same as a city of 50,000 people. And here's the kicker. Most of that water doesn't get returned. It evaporates through cooling towers. It's gone. Now, the USA far surpasses any other country for the number of data centers, okay? We have an additional 5,000 compared to number 2, Germany. So we are going way, way beyond any other country on the planet. Now, we're taking up huge amounts of farmland, huge amounts of water. The future implications of that are pretty obvious. You take away farmland, you take away food for the people. You take away water, you take away water from the people, and you put it towards AI, towards data centers. Why are we continuing to support and build our own doomsday towards the future? Because that's what it is. All this plays the 2030 agenda of moving us all into 15-minute cities or cutting down the population because we won't have food to eat or we won't have water to drink. And we're all giving it over to data centers and big tech.
And if the water doesn't get you, the noise will. And if the noise don't get you, then the cost will.
When I've noticed my electric bill gone up, I started asking my neighbors, is your bill also going up? And they had no idea that this was happening.
If you live in any of these states, your electric bill is higher this summer. It's not because of anything you did. You're paying more because the world's biggest tech companies are building so many data centers.
I do guess that a lot of the world gets covered in data centers over time, but I don't know, because maybe we put them in space.
Is this something where we are committed to building out data centers across our 60 regions? We are absolutely going to.
Big tech's quest for artificial intelligence is creating a tidal wave of new costs that are about to hit all of us, even if you live nowhere near a data center.
Americans' utility bills are rising while big tech's profits are going through the roof.
We traveled into data center country and found a hidden wealth transfer. Everyday people covering the power costs of the data center build-out. Companies like Amazon and Meta striking secret deals with utilities.
It's all proprietary, it's all behind non-disclosure agreements and blacked out documents.
And lobbying for a system that leaves all of us footing their bill, unless we do something about it. Cassandra Linez lives in northern New Jersey. In July, she got an electric bill that caught her attention.
The thing I noticed right away was, compared to the same time last year, my bill has gone up, but also I noticed my usage went down. I started to pay attention to this box area where it describes your supply charges. And I noticed a $29 increase on my bill. To me, honestly, it felt almost like a slap in the face to use less energy and then get charged more for it.
Oh yeah, there's a huge reason there's been an absolute explosion in the number of U.S. opposition groups opposing data centers in the United States over time. But of course, if you're a MAGA, there's always denial, right? There's always deny till you die. Oh yeah, George Soros. Oh no, we going foreign back now.
China.
From Anna Paulina Luna, the CCP has launched an all-out war against American AI. The divide we're seeing in this country is largely driven by bots and paid actors violating FARA. Let me see that breakdown of data centers by country again. Attack on American AI, right? Yeah. I tell you. Honest, they've been moving like this for forever, man. You know what I mean? I'm with you. I'm with you when it comes to the AI. I am. But I cannot ignore how many people have been sounding the alarm about your administration and this very issue for quite some time.
Wake the hell up!
I want to see the AI industry burn to the ground. I'm not a Chinese bot. I'm a 23-year-old girl from Mississippi. I don't want my country erased to become the world hub of data centers. Well, I do appreciate that. We definitely need more real people to come out and give their testimonials like they did in this particular video. I know that ain't what I think it is.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
I don't want my country erased. What about your ancestry and bloodline? Do you have a problem with that being erased? Oh, y'all want to get racist. Oh, okay. First of all, Ella, welcome to the tribe. I went light when it came to the data centers and the Black experience, but oh no, I got something in the trunk. I was just waiting for y'all to go there. Oh, I got something in the trunk. Don't go nowhere. No, we'll be back.
But wait, there's more.
AI data centers are popping up pretty much everywhere. Most of the time, they're in poor minority communities.
AI, Elon Musk company, is operating 35 gas turbines in Southwest Memphis, in the neighborhood where myself and my entire family lives. This is horrific news. They are increasing the amount of nitrogen dioxide, which causes smog and continues to harm people with asthma by potentially 30 to 60%.
So let's be clear. That is a gross structural racial injustice.
Ooh, I'm ready. Let me